Hey guys, welcome back. So good afternoon. I'm obviously back. I said I was going to talk about this yesterday, so I'm going to talk about it now. We're just going to watch the video, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more afterwards. We're going to check a few things as well. So yeah, let's watch the main video. Let's go.
No ceasefire and no clear path to peace in Ukraine. The high-stakes summit between the Russian and US leaders has taken place in Alaska, with Donald Trump conceding we didn't get there. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has now confirmed he'll head to the US himself following today's outcome.
Vladimir Putin on
I mean, are we surprised about this? Really?
red carpet rendezvous. Applause from Donald Trump, then an outstretched hand to the man no longer the pariah but a peer, brought in from the cold with a warm handshake. For Vladimir Putin, this alone was a symbolic win. It's been 10 years since he last set foot in America. And
It's been a long time.
Since Russia invaded Ukraine, starting the bloodiest war in Europe since World War II. Then from the backseat of the beast,
I don't know if we can really compare it to World War II yet, but
presidential limousine chauffeuring the leader of the free world and the man who invaded a democracy.
there's a lot of things they could have done to do this. They brought him to the US. They could have got rid of him permanently. They could have arrested him. They could have done a lot of things. Now, I don't obviously say you should murder him or anything like that, but he's not, well, he's not liked, and he's basically, to a lot of people, he's up there with like Stalin and Hitler. Maybe not as bad, but he's on his way there.
For 3 hours, Putin, Trump and their top advisors were locked in talks. Outside in the town of Anchorage, a giant Ukrainian flag was unfurled by protesters.
That's one big flag. Look at it. It's huge.
Alaska marking a monumental moment of high-stakes diplomacy, but Putin didn't blink.
We haven't quite got there.
Despite the niceties and the backdrop, the two leaders failed to declare an agreement. Neither leader uttered the words peace or ceasefire.
There's no deal until there's a deal. I will call up NATO in a little while. I will call up the various people that I think are appropriate, and I'll, of course, call up President Zelensky and tell him about today's meeting.
The Russian leader signaled no change.
Trust me, you probably don't need to tell him. It's all over the news. Everyone knows.
Any obstacles.
As I've said, the situation in Ukraine has to do with fundamental threats to our security.
No questions were taken, perhaps an indication Putin was calling the shots. The 12
It sounds like he was.
minutes of statements
I mean,
much unanswered. Before the meeting, President Zelensky had hoped for a strong position from the US. Today's ceremonious summit is
Yeah.
a stark contrast to the Ukraine
Kind of expected this, guys. We knew this was going to happen.
at the White House in March.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
Donald Trump had said he'd come out alone if he wasn't happy with these negotiations, yet here he is. He smiling, standing side by side with Vladimir Putin, a man wanted internationally for war crimes.
They're going to say
Exactly why he should be arrested.
President Zelensky and President Putin, and myself, I guess.
There's been no public
You're not really that-
to a second meeting, and for now, no new sanctions on Russia. The onus instead put on Ukraine.
Now it's really up to President Zelensky to get it done. And I would also say the European nations, they have to get involved a little bit.
Donald Trump holding a phone call with NATO leaders just hours later. The showman, alongside the spy, who spoke his final words in a language he rarely uses.
Thank you very much, Vladimir.
Next time in Moscow.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I'll get a little heat on that one, but I could see it possibly happening.
The Russian leader heading back to Moscow, where the summit has already been celebrated as a success.
It was not a success, not by our standards. Maybe for Russia it is, but
Washington, D.C., without the deal he'd claimed he could seal in 24 hours of taking office. Tonight, the pursuit...
when it comes to other people, you can't say things like that.
In Anchorage, Alaska, Reed Butler, 9 News.
And US correspondent Reed Butler.
Yeah, kind of disappointed on that, guys, but I knew that was going to be the case.
Volodymyr Zelensky.
Vladimir Zelensky has tonight confirmed, Georgie, that he's had a lengthy conversation with Donald Trump about an hour following this summit. The Ukrainian president has also confirmed he'll be heading to Washington, D.C.
He said, "Oh, okay."
Monday local time to meet with Trump. He's also reiterated his desire for a trilateral meeting, so all three leaders, Putin, Trump and Zelensky. Kyiv has reported that overnight local time, Russia has fired a ballistic missile and at least 80 attack drones into Ukraine. All of this on a day that was meant to be about finding peace. Donald Trump may now be saying it's up to Ukraine to organise a deal, but the US president has returned to the White House this evening, apparently no closer to locking in the one he'd been promising. Georgie?
Read back.
Yeah, see, his whole memo, guys, if it's too hard, give it to the country to deal with themselves. Basically, that's how he's doing it. So saying it's like too hard, we can't do it. We just give it to the Ukraine people and let them deal with it. I'm like, no, I don't agree with that completely. You said you're going to end it. End it. Put away the suffering and stop being a dick. But let's go out. Let's go to X. I'll go up to my the shorts thingy. I want to see what's up. All right, the Russian. Oh, curious what people think of it. Let's see, here we go. I think most people agree it's time for peace, but yeah, well, we all agree with that. So we know it did not. The US should leave. Here's something retarded. The US should leave NATO, kick the UN out of New York. Even though they're the ones who create the UN, can't technically do that, you stupid person. Man, this guy is brainless. Okay, so you're going to run into these brainless American people. I wonder how many people agree with him. It's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be a few. Yep, exactly my point. So you're saying stupid shit and stuff you don't have a clue about. Even I know better than say that. So sometimes you run into these comments. You can't, yeah, I already read that. Okay, that one's a bit more serious. I probably shouldn't have. Luckily, I did not read that one because that would have got me in trouble. Yeah, most people disagree with it, which I kind of expected. I mean, that was a dumb mistake. But yeah, I'm so disappointed about the deal, guys. But it is what it is. I just want to see what people think and what people... I don't really care about that. Russia. All right, I don't think there's really anything else to talk about, guys. But yeah, we knew this deal wasn't going to happen. You knew it, I knew it, the whole world knew it. So yeah, we're going to go somewhere else, do some other videos, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this specifically because I think it's something that everyone needs to be familiar with. We need to make sure we can do the right thing here. And I'm hoping there's some sort of peace in the future where one Ukraine's happy and Russia's happy. And now that's going to be the hard part because they're both very unhappy. So yeah, I'm hoping something comes out in the future, guys. Cheers.